So there's also, if this, so this is a coordinate x25. If x25 is periodic, p25 has to be, is quantized. The momentum along that direction is quantized. So this is the momentum number. So if you find the expansion of the field, so that's an exercise. Everything is in the exercise. Then what you should get is that x25 left is alpha prime n over r plus m times r sigma plus the oscillators, which are the same. Doesn't matter if you have that winding number, the oscillators. While x25 right is alpha prime n over r minus m r sigma minus plus the oscillators. And if you compute the mass, so m squared, which is equal to minus k squared, this k squared, I'm going to split it into, so minus k mu. So I'm saying that x m is x mu and x25. So mu goes from 0 to 24. And this k squared is minus k mu minus k25, but that's n squared, so minus n squared over r squared. And this minus k mu, I can think of this as the mass squared in 25 dimensions. So sort of the visible mass, or if you want, this is a definition. And now if you do the calculation with the L0, because the string is stretched, so what you get is that m25 squared is the part of the oscillator, so 2 over alpha prime n plus n tilde minus 2. This part plus n squared over r squared. And then you get a mass because this is stretched. So you get a mass that is m squared r squared over alpha prime. This is a mass coming from the tension and the fact that this is stretched along the circle. So this formula here, this part of the formula is beautiful, right? Don't you see? It's beautiful. This is invariant under momentum going to winding. If you also exchange r with alpha prime over r. Right? If you do this formula, the mass formula is invariant. And this is T-duality. And this is a symmetry that doesn't exist for point particles, because for point particles I have momentum, but I don't have this winding. So in point particles, having a circle of very large radius, you have a circle, or a very small radius, you have a circle of very small radius. and sometimes you don't know what to do if that radius is a quantum a size, Planck size. Well, Planck size is self-dual, but I mean, if that radius is small, here you can go to a T-dual frame, exchanging that momentum by winding, and the radius by alpha prime over r. So this is a stringy symmetry that doesn't appear in point particles, and it's very important and plays a big role. And the last thing I'm going to say is that notice that so this formula is invariant, x left is invariant, but x right gets a sign. So x left 25 is goes to x left 25. So this will be important for later. But x right goes to minus x right. But it's a duality of the mass formula.
There is a dimension along the boundary of the cylinder, right? On which the string is wrapped around.
Yeah, but this cylinder is not a worldsheet cylinder.
But if I increase the momentum along that thing, will the winding increase if the string is moving faster and faster? Will the winding increase?
No, it doesn't, but there is something so good. If you put these boundary conditions, the level matching condition, because L0 and L0 tilde change, and that's why you have this number, then the L0 minus L0 tilde, the level matching condition is n minus n tilde equals nm. So if you have momentum unwinding, then n is not equal to n tilde. And that's what, I mean, it's not that the winding, gets increased, but it's that to still have translation invariance, and you need to have more oscillations in the other direction than, so the oscillations in left moving are larger than the oscillations on the right moving. So that's what happens. But you need to have, yeah, as you say, both momentum and winding not zero for that. Okay, good. Then maybe I can say more about dualities, having introduced the T-duality, which I really wanted to say. Okay, so this afternoon I'm not, unfortunately, I have an important meeting during the question and answer session, but tomorrow I'll be there for the question and answer, and you can ask me now or ask me other points. Yeah.
So we write a worksheet action trying to understand the picture in corresponds with the different point particles. But for some reason, when we wrote an action for point particle, we wrote this in p dimensions, and this we write worksheet action, we just write on the worksheet. Okay, I survived that. But then we go part time to string, and when we do that, we treat this polarization tensor as something that will give us some symmetries of the state or what profile theory. And we separate those symmetries, we separate this tensor into symmetric and asymmetric and the trace, right? And we find fields that corresponds to gauging those symmetries. And then we put it back onto the worksheet.
It's again, so think of it as an electron and a gauge field.
But these fields came from the string.
Yeah, but think that this is when we write the Polyakov action, is a probe string in the background of a metric and B field created by other strings, by lots of strings together. And this is just a probe string. The same as you think of an electric charge in the background of some electric field created by other, much more, I mean, lots of charges that created this background electric field. Okay, you're free to eat.